30, the Conservation Commission for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024 at 6:30 PM in the McDonald Brown Conference Room is now open, and I will entertain a motion to accept the minutes from September 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nothing.
And starting off is 245 North Elm Street for request for a determination for repair and upgrade to a septic system, and I'll read that in. Under the Wetlands Protection Act, Chapter 131, Section 40 MGL, as amended, the West Bridgewater Wetlands Protection Bylaw and Rules and Regulations, the Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on September 17, 2024 at 6:30 PM in the McDonald Brown Conference Room, 65 North Main Street, on a request for determination applicability at 245 North Elm Street for a residential septic system upgrade. And you're up.
All right, good evening. My name's Dave Plenick from Collins Civil Engineering Group. This is a septic repair for 245 North Elm Street, and this is the lot itself. The green line here is the wetland line delineated by Brook Monroe. You can see it slopes down quite a bit into the wetlands. It's roughly running along elevation 45. The orange line is the 50-foot buffer, and the purple or magenta line is the 100-foot buffer. We're going to put the septic system right where the existing system is. So if you see these circles, these are the existing systems that have failed. We're going to put the system right on top. It's not going to be a mounted system. It's going to be flat, fairly flat to the elevation of the road. We're going to have a silt fence that comes around the driveway, starts at the house, goes along the driveway, along the front of the street, and then along the north boundary line and back to the house. And we'll just remove the silt fence and clean the street, remove the silt fence for work and clean the street after every work day. That will be part of the process. That's pretty much it. This was approved by the Board of Health, and it's going to be, the system itself will be completely outside the 50. It's not in a endangered species area or habitat. It's not in a flood zone, so, or an ACEC.
Is the circle up on the other side, the pile for the dirt?
Yeah, we have a stockpile area, but this is going to be such a tight area. I think it's going to be, remove and replace.
Okay. Is that lawn right now, that area?
Yeah, this is lawn, and then there's a few small trees.
But I mean, even that stockpile with it, is that all
Yeah,
lawn too?
this is all
Okay,
lawn,
yeah.
yeah. It's all district area.
And it's just an old system, or,
Yeah, just an old bleaching pit that failed.
so they must get ready to sell it?
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. It may have failed catastrophically and they wanna fix it.
Time to go.
Yeah,
Well, it's not bad, at least it's gonna be flat with a road somewhat.
yeah, it will be flat. We got a
Which would be
51 here. We have a elevation of 4934 plus a 4, so it'll be 5034. It'll be probably 51, yeah.
Yep.
It'll be flat.
Okay.
Help me understand, if you may. If with a failed system in that area, and you're gonna take something, you're gonna take the old one out,
Yeah,
how does the leaching field, if you're gonna put it in the same place, work?
we did a sub-analysis, and through that sub-analysis, they determined how we can design, how we have to design the system. The systems that failed are normally in the water table, basically. They're systems that were put back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And if they're pits, they're definitely in the water table.
Yeah.
So we are now going to be the minimum 4 feet above the water table. I believe we're going to be, yeah, they didn't ask for a variance on the water table, so we're going to be, we're going to bring it 4 feet above the water table.
Got it, thank you.
My only comment, I did walk it, I would recommend that we add one of the conditions to put wetland flags
Yeah.
on an as-built. And my recommendation would be to put markers at the tree line. It flags 2, 4, 6, 8, and one at the tree line where the 50-foot is, right there. I mean, I can give you that, the little blue dots to match them up, but that would
We could certainly put those markers in.
I mean, the slope area, I don't think they're gonna go into. It looks like the current owner may have
Maybe
thrown
put
lawn debris
markers-
and stuff over into one area, but,
Right along the edge of
Yeah,
the
follow
woods
the-
at 246 and
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much an established lawn area now, but,
Yeah.
the applicant is a power of attorney, so I'm guessing that it's gonna be a flip or a sale fairly soon. Would be my guess, and the new homeowner won't be aware, so this is a way to,
Put it the markets for it, yeah.
but otherwise I have no problems with it.
All set?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And
Aye.
entertain a motion to issue a -3 determination with conditions for wetland flags to be put up around what, 2-4 markers, wetland flag markers around 2, 4, 6, and 8.
I'll make
Of
that
the area.
motion. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
All set.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
I'll see you in a couple of years.
I don't think so.
Hopefully it won't be that long.
I'll
No,
try to get back to you soon.
you'll be back.
Send your boss next time. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, we'll keep him busy. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Aye.
Good night.
All right.
All right, the next one is 109 Spring Street as a continued hearing for notice of intent. And what's up with that one?
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. So, I thought there's really nothing much in the way of anything new to present as far as last time. I did receive word from Robert Casper, the Board of Health agent, that there was, that from the review engineer for the Board of Health, that it says prior comments were satisfactorily addressed, so should be good to go on that. As you probably know, we have a planning board hearing tomorrow. Again, I still see no outstanding issue with that, and yeah, I mean, I recommend closing out the hearing, the commission imposing their conditions of what they feel just. Really nothing more to say on the project. You say we've done everything that the commission has asked at this point, so really where I'm at with it.
And I have talked to Rob Casper, the health agent, and Board of Health has approved the septic design. So tomorrow night, the planning board meeting has a number of items to address. They can be addressed on a set of plans. If the plans change, we have the 21-day window before we have to issue the decision and get it to them. So we should be able to get a final set of plans if the planning board asks for any revisions tomorrow night. The 53G for us has met all the stormwater requirements and everything. So I don't have a problem closing
Close
this
it
at
out,
this point.
yeah.
It's close enough that from what I've
Even if
heard,
there is changes?
yeah, from what I've talked to the planning board on, depending on what their decision is, there are items that can be addressed on the final set of plans. The planning board probably won't sign off tomorrow
Nothing
night,
dramatic, yeah.
but it would be close enough that the wetland replication stuff is fully met.
Good.
And all the other conditions that we'll have. So,
And the 53G had no issues?
no,
I'm just gonna kindly ask that you guys leave it open based on his history over the last decade plus of violations, and changes and all of the issues that we continue to have. In the last, can I speak openly? In the
Yep.
last, 2 weeks, we have had to call the police and file no trespassing orders because he is now taken to coming on our properties and taking photos. So at least 3 of our neighbors, and Donna, I don't know if you did it this week, at least 4 of us have no trespassing orders on him at this point. So just based on everything that's been going on, I would kindly ask that you guys just leave it open until it's actually concretely the final set of plans.
Would there be an issue for leaving it open? I mean,
it,
Oh, yeah.
typically the planning board has asked that we close before they close.
yeah.
Eventually somebody's gonna have to close a hearing,
Yes.
before the other one.
And that issue's not related to
I mean, I understand,
You know?
So, no,
What
but it
is-
has to do with the botany, issues that he was trying to address with Mr. Hay previously. It was actually the same day Tim and I spoke, while I was on my way home from my office to address the trespassing issues. He had just been up to try to, essentially dispute the botanist report initially with
But
Mr.
that's
Hay.
settled, right?
right, at this point,
Yes.
what the botanist is, they haven't asked for any changes. So the replanting plan and the time frame and everything is,
I mean, delaying, it's almost inevitable, you know,
I mean, it-
so.
I think the real glitch that tomorrow night's gonna be if the planning board requires any type of fencing or vegetative screen. Which is, I think, the real crux of what's gonna
He's
be
doing, yeah.
on play tomorrow night. And that, if it's on a plan and they make that requirement tomorrow night, we could have that set of plans within the 21 days to issue our order.
Yeah.
The planting's gonna have to be outside the 50-foot, so we're gonna have no jurisdiction over that
Right.
planting.
Right.
But I would wanna have it referenced on our set of plans so they all match.
Right. So our job is done.
Right, for what we have to do, it's gonna be done except for referencing whatever planning board's final set of
So you don't, so you think planning board will have an issue with us not closing it tonight?
Well, it just means that it's gonna take an extra 2 weeks plus the planning board's 2 weeks to close.
Yeah.
And so that you're basically going another 4 to 6 weeks before.
I mean, is there any plan on him starting this anytime soon?
Probably. I mean, again, I don't really know what his intentions are. I mean, I know like the planting plan still fence would have to be, you know, kind of started immediately. You just say I don't want to continue it any longer. I'm getting sick of going all these meetings, and I just know like it like someone just said, you're delaying the inevitable. And it's just, you know, see any plan and any changes that the planting board's going to have. Cool. I will spend my weekend fully addressing it so I can get in this 21-day window, so long as I don't have to go to another conservation hearing, just get it like cool, done with.
So
I think we're just kicking the can down the road.
if we leave this open, would that have an issue with him starting the replication?
Right, you
Process.
wouldn't have a valid order
You wouldn't be able
conditions
to
to
do
work
it,
in the
right?
50
So
foot.
it'd be better for him to start that right off the bat.
The sooner he gets it done, the better. I mean, one of the other conditions we have is because it's a subdivision, where the last one he did not require a surety deposit, we now require a surety deposit.
That's
So
right.
in order to get his order conditions and to start the
Yeah.
project, he's gonna have to pay the surety deposit.
What
So
is that, by the way?
It'll be $10,000 that he'll have to
So
put
he
up.
won't be able to do anything, even if we close this tonight, it really won't affect anything other than,
And we'll have the surety deposit to guarantee that the work gets
Yeah, I
done.
mean,
And that's gonna be an incentive for him to get it done sooner than later. to
and if
get
we
it
delay
done.
this anymore, then I don't think they're gonna be able to start the replication area to be able to get everything all done right.
Right.
We got the money to make sure everything's okay. I understand what you're saying, I'm
he
going
may
that
have an
way
issue
too.
with
Can't really delay it because it's
you know,
gonna screw us up
saying
a little
enough's
bit.
enough.
But we still got the 21 days to be able to, take into effect
Finish.
that we can finish it off without any issues.
It would be
even
an
if-
issue with, we have 20, or earlier.
Or,
So it's-
yeah, or
if-
earlier.
If we get the set of plans in a week, I could have the order conditions and everything drawn up
It's
and
sign it.
then issue it, and that way there he could start before that.
And it is aggravating.
But he also has a 21-day appeal period that's starting at his risk,
Hmm.
Yeah.
if it's appealed. But if you're doing the replication work versus actual construction,
Yeah, it's not gonna be construction or anything like that.
I just like to see the replication started as soon as possible,
Me
just to
too.
give everybody the chance to get the plants in and growing.
Especially the
Right.
They give
weather.
us the whole 3+ years.
Because he
to get-
can't start till we see that.
Right.
And as for him going on
So
property,
to
at
delay.
least you
him
have
might be a
taken care of that
legal
issue now. I mean,
Too.
didn't think that would happen, but he can't really do anything now until we close it and he can get started on the replication and all that.
Is he responsible for doing the replication as far as the plants are concerned, the trees and everything? Is that his, he
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
personally is gonna do this?
Oh, not, I don't know if
no.
he'll have,
It generally, we require a qualified
yeah.
Okay,
person
Okay. to come out and do it?
right,
Yeah.
and
So he's not gonna be out there digging holes and drop.
Right, I mean,
trees.
if, let's put this, if he has somebody stake out, if the engineering firm stakes out where all the plants on the plan go, and he wants to go by himself and plant them, I wouldn't have a problem with that, as long as they're exactly matched where the plan says, because they're gonna have to live, and we're gonna have to have 70% plus take. So
Yeah, if they don't take, he's
if
got
he doesn't plant
to.
them properly and they all die, he's gonna have to plant them again.
He's done that on the
So-
corner of Harvestwood
Uh-huh.
before. Didn't he do the work himself? Or he did something?
Actually, no, he hired
No,
somebody.
He
hired
did something and it didn't take, so he had to do it all over
Mm-hmm.
again.
It didn't.
So,
At least if he hires someone, they'll be
Right,
responsible.
they normally have a guarantee with
Yeah.
it, so it behooves him to hire a professional to kind
Yeah.
of put them in correctly. But-
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
All right.
sure.
Is there a list of your conditions that you are expecting him to do before you sign off on this? I know the trees.
Yeah,
In all of, the other night, Tim, you were talking about the trees and the shrubs.
there's a list of
and
about
everything.
36 special
Right.
conditions that go on top of the general conditions that DEP has.
Yeah.
A bunch of them are that they have to have an erosion control specialist, they have to have a site meeting with me before they can start construction. There's a 2-day notification before the silt fence goes in. There's a whole big long laundry list of items that he
Okay.
has to.
Is that public, is that like public knowledge? So
I
if
can send you a
wanted to-
copy as soon as it gets drafted
Okay,
for approval.
It's all on
I-
the final prints, it's all.
Right, of the ones
It's
that
all
end up
on
getting
the
recorded at the
blueprints,
registry.
yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yep.
You know, I can come to see
Yep,
you.
all right. Once I have it up, I can.
Yeah.
I'll email him, I'll print you a copy.
Okay,
You,
all right,
you wanna look at the plans?
No, we're good, I think.
Okay.
all right,
Okay,
and
so-
then can I ask one more question?
Yep, no
All right.
problem.
Let's go back to the road in the field that he's going to bring in, okay? It was mentioned that it's supposed to come from, like, a real place, so it's not coming, like, from somebody's septic tank, Simpson, that they're
Right, it has
trying
to
get rid of
meet
the
structural
church.
conditions that
Right,
the planning board has set. And one of the items that, with our stormwater control bylaw is, and that's why they have to have an erosion control specialist on site when they're doing any of the drainage work,
okay,
which most of the drainage work's in the road layout. So they're gonna have to have somebody there to supervise, there's a specialist in it, so it's not gonna be just Jack putting anything in himself.
okay.
There'll be,
And this fill dirt is supposed to be tested,
It's all.
right, they have to
yeah.
send in reports of what they're bringing in for
what
the
they're
fill.
bringing in, okay.
And how is that getting delivered to the site?
What?
How is that getting delivered to the site?
Right by truck.
No, but like you guys have Howard School, there's a ton of kids on
The
Harvest.
soils would be the
Oh,
planning
but-
board.
Oh, you mean, oh, no, oh,
No, I'm just concerned because the ways in there, either you're going by the high school, at the middle high school,
Yep.
you're going by Howard, or you're coming down Harvestwood with all the kids in all of those locations.
yeah, it's kinda hard, I mean,
I know the planning board has in the past on some projects set up
Our-
conditions, a route plan.
Yeah.
So I would check with the planning board tomorrow night and ask for if
Okay.
there's gonna be a route plan, whether they come in Spring Street and then out Harvestwood so that they're not going back and forth the same way the whole time.
Yeah, cause
Or-
my 9-year-old walks home from school by himself down Harvestwood.
Right, so they may
And-
set,
maybe they'll go up North Elm Street and come around down Spring Street that way
Yeah.
into the lot.
I actually brought that up in the planning board meeting,
Mhm.
and it was pretty much dismissed.
Yeah, there's no.
So they have to get there somewhere, which is true,
Yeah,
but Howard Street is a commercial excluded area. so-
yeah, I know, they'll figure out, I mean, you get some of these places where it's kinda hard not to get to. And if they're doing some kind of work or business, it's even if it's,
right, even if somebody's putting in a pool or an addition.
yeah, even if
but
it's putting in a pool.
You're right,
I
this
mean,
is gonna
you
be.
gotta get to the, you
much
can't,
more trips
cannot.
per day.
It was 350 total dump
Yeah.
truck runs
Okay.
filled.
And it's like you can't tell them you cannot go
Exactly.
and do it because they have the right to do it. So I'm sure they'll figure out the best way they can.
Right, but they can.
It's to their
regulate
advantage.
the
But I
traffic
mean,
right,
Right, yeah.
you guys can also find that out too, of which way they are probably gonna go. And put in your, say whatever you wanna say. I mean, it might make a difference. I don't know.
Yep.
So, can't hurt.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so I mean, no issues with closing it tonight and everything, you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes, no. We're just gonna delay it, but it's gonna cause a problem for the replication plans and the plants.
Right.
But you have 21 days,
If there's,
there's a grace
Yeah.
21 day period.
yes,
Okay,
we still can have that until the next meeting,
okay.
so. All right?
Yep.
So I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'll entertain a motion to issue standard order conditions that will reference the revised wetland replication area.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Then I'll motion to issue a waiver for work in the 50.
Yeah, they have to do that to replant.
Oh, that's right.
That's the only reason that they're getting the waiver.
So they can
is
get
the
in,
replication.
So moved. Moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Now, entertain a motion to issue a general stormwater permit.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
And I'll let you know as soon as I have those documents ready.
Okay,
so that-
thank you, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
Good night.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, the next one is 506 West Center Street.
Thank you.
Yep, have a good night.
You too.
That's a
And
request for.
they have requested to continue to our October 1st meeting.
October 1st or 17th?
Yeah, sorry,
I mean-
October 1st.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not.
Which
I'm
one again?
gonna-
Oh, that's,
Pretty sure they will probably ask for another because
Okay.
they're not gonna meet with ZBA before then. And the planning board, they're working on a new set of plans.
Mm-hmm.
So the planning board has asked when the plans are more finalized to have them come in with them. So we may not be seeing new plans.
that's
before
the car wash.
No, that's.
No,
not
this
gonna
is
be-
the Shell gas
Shell.
station.
Yep.
506, okay.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to continue to October 1st.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then let's talk about 307 South Main Street with a certificate of compliance.
They have completed the project, inspected it, everything's built as was supposed to be.
Is that the one, that new, the new building?
The new
Yeah, that's a good
red
looking
building
building.
on the end.
They did a good job on that.
Everything was built to spec. I have no problems, no issues with it. Drainage system seems to be working.
What is that, a business?
Yeah, they're renting out certain.
They've already rented 2 bays.
2 bays, yeah.
Yep.
Which is,
Okay, good.
looks good too. All right, so entertain a motion to issue the certificate of compliance for 307 South Main Street.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Manley Street for a certificate of compliance on that one.
And actually, if you want to, you can vote separately or
Never.
both of them together. There's the same piece of property.
Oh, for 5-2, okay, and 5 Manley
They
Street then.
are two outstanding orders of conditions that never got built because they sold the property to 7 Manley Street.
True, okay.
So these are sitting out there on the books, but 7 Manley Street, I had suggested because if they ever sell the property, these are gonna be stuck out there. So it behooves them to clear them now from their,
Just issue the
just a-
certificate.
and so they said, yes, we will pay the fee to clear them from the registry.
Right,
get
for
them off the
certificate,
books.
they didn't have to worry about,
So-
okay.
Right.
So on 5 and 7,
Yep.
Manley Street, I'll entertain a motion to issue certificate of compliances on both those properties.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And sign some
Other
documents.
than signing the documents, and there are 2 invoices, one's, I think a 53G and one's for some office supplies.
A lot of signing here, my
Yeah, a whole
friend.
big pile tonight, but it was
Wanna
nice to get the certificates
adjourn?
off of.
Wanna adjourn now?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have a good night, Steve.